Yeah, Danny Clifford. I've known Danny a little while now, actually, because I first knew him as an actor at the Actors Lab. And it's so funny because we used to work, David Fleeshman, my husband, we used to work with Keith Clifford many years ago, who happens to be Danny's dad, and he's a fantastic actor. And actually we went for a while not even knowing that. And then I got to know Danny and actually really like him, and then he approached me to direct From Heaven to Hell, which is obviously, it's all about the Salford Pals and the Battle of the Somme, and the play is going to be happening obviously the 1st to the 3rd of July, which is the anniversary of the Battle of the Somme. So, and it just really sort of captured my imagination. So obviously we at the moment we're sort of talking about casting, and it's still for us a little bit soon, we think, to actually have a definite cast, but we've got ideas, and I did say to Danny the other day we mustn't leave it too long because we don't want those people not to be available. So we've got ideas, but also we've got some parts that we haven't got any ideas yet. So it's going to be really interesting when we come to auditioning, actually. That's extraordinary, yeah. And only this week, in fact, well, it's the 10th of April, Danny and I, and actually my husband David, because David toured for 18 months with Warhorse, with the National, so he's been asked to say a few words at the end of this short film all about the Salford Pals at the Lowry it's showing. So we're going to that next week on the 10th, and so Danny's coming with us. So yeah, I mean, it's amazing that to have found real footage. It's like bizarre, but yeah. I mean, it's so weird, because obviously, because I've been an actress all my life and I really haven't done anything else. It's weird since the age of 18, and obviously I'm still working. I was on tour last year, at the same time as David was, and obviously doing guests on Midsummer Murders and all of those things. But I've discovered, really, just like Rosie discovered her writing and a passion for that, I've discovered my passion for actually working with actors. Maybe that's come really from working with actors at the Actors Lab, I don't know, but I kind of know what they want because I am one, and so I just love the process. I just love the rehearsal process, and so I've been directing for a while now, actually. I suppose if I had to put a number on how long year-wise, I think it started with putting on very big shows at the Palace and the Opera House, for charities, and then I really thought, this being in charge business over the whole thing and not just my little bit, I really liked. Maybe the kids would say I'm just a control freak, I don't know. But anyway, and then I started to do more intimate stuff and started directing for JB Shorts 24/7, In fact, I directed Rosie when she was only 18 in Shadow of Your Hand for 24/7. So that was even before she went to drama school, and she was good then. So yeah, I've discovered this niche, really, and I love it. And what's really been special is that actors seem to really buzz from working with me, and that's not me kind of going ooh, but it's true. And so we've got this really great rapport when we work together, and I've not found that to be not the case ever, and it's spurred me on to want to direct more. So yeah, I'm directing From Heaven to Hell, and Rosie is obviously Narcissist in the Mirror, and I've just been asked to direct another show called Virtuoso, so that's really exciting too. Dysfunctional family. Yeah, no, it's to be honest with you, I suppose it's the same if you were a family of bankers or a family of doctors, but at least we all understand what it's like when somebody doesn't get the job, or you're really buzzing because you've had a recall, and then is it going to happen? And we all understand that, whereas I know some people who haven't got the rest of the family in the business, they just go, get over it, and we know you need that bit of bereavement time, and do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's got its pluses and it's got its mad moments as well, but for the most part it works. Well, it's so funny because Richard always used to kind of go, oh Mum, why do people say the Von Trapps, because and all that. So I don't know whether we would do a show all together. I suppose the closest we've got to it is kind of, you know, David maybe directing me, and you know, and sort of the kids sort of helping along the way when they were younger, or vice versa, me directing him. But we've never actually, apart from me directing Rosie, and I have directed David, and I put on one of Richard's very early concerts when he was about 17. I suppose that's the closest we've ever got to it, you know. Maybe David and I should do something together opposite each other. That could be good. Actually, I think probably it's going to be interesting on a one-woman show with Rosie, because she hasn't got to be polite in front of anybody else, you know, whereas when I was directing her in a two-hander with the wonderful Stephen Pinder, she had to have an element of kind of going, no mum, that's really not what I want to do, because she had to be polite. So it's going to be interesting, actually. We've started feeling our way to, because obviously she's writing the whole thing. So, of course, I absolutely bow to her talent as a writer, and maybe the odd thing I'll kind of nip and tuck or suggest things, you know. But when we actually put it on the floor, which is going to happen in a couple of days, actually, then it's going to be interesting. But we are close and we get on very well, and so I have a good vibe about it. And also, it was my idea for sort of certain things, you know, because the show is a lot of things. It's funny, it's sad, it's kind of cheeky, it's sassy. So it was my idea to kind of, she's coming into the shop.
Oh, into this one.
It was my idea to kind of go, Rosie, maybe drop the robe a bit for the photo. And she's going, Mum, what are you doing? I went, no, we want to show all of these things. You know, the show is about so many things.
Right, so when it came to the leaflets, Mum had this wonderful idea of, she said, I think what a really good idea would be to have you in the mirror looking naked.
Looking as if you're naked, yeah. And she went, you're my mum.
This is very strange, Mum. This is very, very strange. Why do you want me to appear naked? She went, well, I think it will appeal to a wider audience if you look naked. So I said, so from then on I thought, I think working with my mum's going to be quite fun.
That's going to be quite fun.
So it's been alright so far.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not a coy show, do you know what I mean? It's quite out there, and so I thought we should tell them that on the poster.
You don't know half of it. You've not seen some of the stuff yet.
Maybe we should say the age range should be higher than 16.
No, 16 is fine.
16 is fine. Yeah. So we have fun. I think we're going to have fun. Actually, David's been. You asked Rosie that. I work her from the back, of course. My dad went. No, David went to see her at the open mic night. She's been doing a lot of open mic nights and the slams and all that.
For poetry.
For poetry, for spoken word, because obviously the play incorporates spoken word. You know,
heavily based around spoken word.
Yeah. I'm glad you're here to contradict me now. And obviously Rosie, as I'm sure she said, you know,
We've not started rehearsals yet.
She went off travelling.
Going really well.
She went off travelling. She came back and found this extraordinary talent, you know, for spoken word. So David's been to see, and yeah, he's been really good, hasn't he? Some of the kind of near the knuckle ones he's just taken on board, and you know, at the end of the day, she's 24, so what can you do?
I'm a big girl now.
She's a big girl. Yeah. Not always, but most of the time a big girl. So yeah, it's fine. David's fine about it. Yeah, he's looking forward to coming to see it, isn't he?
Yeah, I think I only came in because you were talking about us. I think it'll be nice to work together.
It will. And actually, to be fair, it's a weird one. But you know, I was only watching Loose Women, funnily enough, and they were talking about teenage boys and girls, and boys they say are easier, and girls, oh my goodness, nightmare. And of course, you go through that, don't you? And then you come out the other end, and she's out the other end now. So
I don't think I ever went through.
No, you don't yourself, but no, but she's been really good.
I was great.
Anyway, so I just had a sign to go like that really subtly. So thank you, and please come and see Narcissist in the Mirror.
And from Heaven to Hell as well.
And absolutely From Heaven to Hell, because that is going to be wonderful and so different, two different shows.
Probably much better.
And no nudity.